You all heard of the term vibe coding, right? But have you heard of the term gut trading in the stock market? Maybe not. But I think that's what most of us do. We end up buying stocks based on our hunch or gut or recommendation of a friend or even friend of friend sometimes. And we really don't have much control over these investments. And that's because we don't have time to do this analysis or look at the charts. Hi, I'm Rahul.
Hey guys, I'm Shivaji.
We are building a suite of AI agents on NA10 called Senpai.
So the aim of these AI agents is to help you with improving your productivity.
We'll be building this in public and we'll be showcasing our journey and progress along the way every weekend.
So yeah, super excited and pumped to show you all what we are building on the other side.
So, to solve this, we build an AI powered automation which would recommend you stocks on a daily basis based on fundamentals, technicals, market insights, expert analysis, market sentiment, and we have made this public as part of a beta for you all to try out. So, in this video, I will show you how the experience for the customer would look like, how we have built it using NA10, what are the various parameters we have considered while building this, and how we determine the right stocks to be bought, sold, and held. And yeah, I will be walking you through every node and talking to you about how we have used a Supabase database since we are storing a large amount of data, how we are using Perplexity API to get the expert analysis from users, and what are the various trends and fundamentals we have considered while building this workflow. So let me get started. So this is how the final output would look like for the user, and they would get this notification every morning on our Slack channel. And here you can see that we tell them that this is the stock, these are the three stocks which are meeting our trends, like which are passing our fundamental and technical analysis, and probably stocks which we need to look out for. Currently, based on the market trend, it says that we just need to hold the stock if, in case we have it, no buy, no sell. But we need to look out for buying them in the future. So, in case, let's say, Hindustan Unilever falls below 2400, that is a good price for us to buy it. Currently, it's at 2519. And also, here you can see that it tells you information about the expert analysis, some insights which we have got from various experts across the web, and yeah, this is a curated list, so it gives you a bit more confidence as to if you need to buy the stock or not. So let me show you how we have built it. So before we get into the workflow, which runs on a daily basis to recommend you the stocks, we have created another N8N automation which would pull data from Upstock's API. So I'm showing it here. This would basically it would pull data from Upstock's API, and it would dump the data into a database. And here we are using Supabase as our database because we are capturing the price, open, high, low, close of all the Nifty 100 stocks for the last 1 year, and that's important for our analysis as well. So this is a huge number of data, right? So we use Supabase here, where we are storing all these records. We could have used Google Sheets, but Google Sheets doesn't really scale well, and hence for the size we needed Supabase. So here you can see that this runs every morning, and it adds the data into it basically first goes into Supabase and checks what are the stocks it needs to check out for. So here we have a database for all the stocks. It gets the details that okay, these are the 100 stocks which it needs to pull data from, and it loops over all the items and it executes a workflow. So this workflow is needed to get the data of the stocks from Upstock's API. It's a pretty simple workflow. It's just a HTTP request to Upstock's API and some data transformation, and it loops over all those 100 items, and it stores all the data here. So you can see that the last data is for 11th of July, which is Friday, which was a couple of days ago. Today is Sunday, and that's when I'm recording the video. And yeah, it has all this information here, and this acts like the source of truth for us when we are doing our analysis. Now coming back to our analysis, what happens is every morning at 8:30 it triggers this, at 9 a.m. it triggers the automation. And let me just execute the workflow once. So first it gets the stocks, and yeah, so basically it goes through 4 steps. First one is technical workflow, then there's fundamental analysis, then sentiment analysis, and then generating the final Slack message and storing results in Google Sheets for our reference. So let me just show you what's happening exactly. So once we first we get all the stocks from Supabase. So here you have the list of 100 stocks and all the details, right? And we're not getting for the last 100 days because our analysis is we're not getting for the last 1 year. Our analysis is limited to the last 100 trading days. So based on that we get this data from Supabase. Then we do these 2 trends. So the first trend we do is the moving average trend. So here we look at the 10-day moving average, 50-day moving average, and 100-day moving average, and basically ensure to see to filter out those stocks which are constantly growing, where the 10-day is greater than the 50-day and the 50 is greater than 100. And then we also look at the volume spike analysis, where we have a look at if there is a sudden spike in the volume of the stocks which have been bought for that particular stock in the last 20 days. And based on that we combine this and we filter out the stocks which match both filters. So here you can see that from a list of 73 items, we have about 3 items only which match all the trends. And now for these 3 items, what we do is we do a fundamental analysis. So fundamental analysis, what we do is we get key parameters like the return on equity, return on capital employed, debt to equity ratio, dividend yield, price to book ratio. All this information we get, and based on all this information, what we do is, so first let me explain how we get this information. So we use screener dot in, so we use their APIs, and actually not their APIs, we scrape their website and get the information, and then we use a simple piece of code to extract all the important information you require from the scraped data. And post that you get the latest trading date as well. So it's important to get the latest trading date so that you get the latest price of the stock. We get the latest price of the stock then, and then we do an analysis where we check all these key financials, the fundamental values which I had explained you. And based on that we recommend if it's a strong buy, if it's a buy, hold, sell, or neutral. And then we filter only the ones which are a strong buy or hold, right? So we do this filtering, and once all these things are done, we have a list of stocks, in this case 3 stocks, which pass both the technical and fundamental analysis. Now to take it one step further, till now it has been a simple automation, right? So to take it one step further, what we do is we want to compare these stocks and see what the market has to say about it, what is the sentiment like, and what do experts have to say. So we connect this to a Perplexity API, and we have set up a prompt which says you are a financial analyst specializing in Indian stock market, and your job is to get the market sentiment and also the expert analysis. So it's a simple prompt which you have told Perplexity, and we pass this information to Perplexity. So Perplexity is pretty good at getting live data in comparison with models like GPTO and Gemini and things like that. So Perplexity has that live data integration. That's why we have used Perplexity. And then what it does is we fetch the response, and there you go, we have the market sentiment and the expert analysis also available. And then we use an AI agent to process this information and extract key information from it, like the uh, buying price, the selling price, and all this information. So if I show you the prompt here, so you're a financial analyst, extract buy and sell price recommendations from stock analysis text, and yeah, and basic prompt which you have given the LLM model, and then it extracts this information, and here you see that it has extracted the buy price and the sell price from the text which Perplexity has given an output of. And we ensure that we use a structured output parser as well, so that the final output suggested by the LLM agent is in a proper structure which we want. And then a data transformation is done, and then a basic merge between all the information we have, just so that the Slack message which we are going to send can have all the important information. We generate a Slack message and then also a Slack reply as well. So we don't want to spam the user. So here, if you notice that we have a concise message here, and also as a reply, we have the little detailed information on the expert analysis and sentiment. And yeah, here we used a Slack note to send the message, and another Slack note to send the reply. And here, so that it replies to the right message, you need to add the message timestamp so that it can reply to the previous message which is at the correct time. And then the process ends here, but also for our own purpose we wanted to keep a track of all the recommendations we have done. So what we have basically done here is got all this information and put it onto Google Sheets. So here on Google Sheets you can see all the suggestions we have told. So this is the latest information. On 13th of July we have recommended these things, these are the values, this is the expert analysis. So this is basically for us to do a retro or a deep dive at a future stage, right? So yeah, this is how we have set it up, and we are keeping this as a private beta right now in phase 1. We have much better ideas to make this more robust, but if you want to join the private beta and get details about the stocks you want to invest in, you can look at the invite I have put in the description below, which has all the information about the channel. And yeah, you can join it and get daily recommendations, and yeah, we can probably get a good insights to what stocks to invest to, and we can go ahead with it and hope that everything goes well. So these are backed with real good analysis and numbers, so pretty positive about it, and even backed by expert analysis as well. So this makes our job a bit easier, and it's definitely going to help us. And these are also kind of safe stocks which we are targeting right now, the Nifty 100. So all in all, it is going to be a much more productive way for us to invest in the stock market.